Hey YouTube, Audio Olympian here, back with another video coming to you from the Coliseum. If this is your first time visiting us, we want to welcome you. Thanks for stopping by. We'd appreciate if you could help support our channel by hitting that like button. Okay, today's video we are going to go over kind of my experience here a little bit on using the ARC system for the Anthem AVM 70, which is your Anthem room correction computer system. I didn't realize it was going to be that way, so that was really cool. This is my first time using it. I've always used Odyssey, so I'm going to go over a few of the comparisons that I thought between Odyssey and the ARC system here. Okay, so if you haven't watched my first video on kind of a small overview I did of the Anthem AVM 70, I'm going to link that video down below. But in that previous video, I mentioned that I hadn't used the ARC system yet. I hadn't dialed anything in. I wanted to just use the processor the way it came. So what I found over a couple of weeks, it did start sounding quite flat. And it didn't sound as good as it initially did. And that was probably just because I'm getting used to the sound now. So I went ahead and plugged in the ARC system. So getting ready to start the ARC here on the Anthem, just kind of showing the setup here. I have made a couple little changes here. I did add an additional 2-channel amp down here, which is my XPA 200 for 13 channels. So I have my XPA 2 here that I bridge and use for my front left speaker. Another XPA 2 that I bridge and use for my center, and then a third one that I use for my right front speaker, and then I have an XPA 5 for surrounds, and then 3 UPA 1s for additional surrounds, and then I just added that XPA 200 in for 13 channels. The other change I made here, added a Furman linear power conditioner in here. It did seem like my sound was a little bit better, so I'm still getting tuned to that, still getting used to that here. The other thing I did change out to my Oppo, my 203 4K player here. I had my Panasonic UB9000 and everything runs really smooth there. And the loading time is a lot faster here on my Oppo 203 compared to the Panasonic UB9000. So just wanted to show a little bit of that here. Let's get into the setup. So to save yourself some time, I know a lot of guys have ordered Anthem, or you're looking to order in the future. If that is your choice of preamp processor, maybe to help you save some time, one of the things that you can do here, and I'm just figuring this out myself, go to anthemarc.com and download the software. You're going to need that for the ARC system here. So now let's talk about the bass response that the AVM 70 gives you. First off, let me apologize for the horrible bass vibration in the microphone. And I was going to take those clips out and redo them, turning my subwoofers really down really low. And my previous processor with my Marantz, that didn't happen very often. I could have my bass up, and as long as I had my mic placed in a good area, you know, pretty close to either my front tower speakers or my center channel, I didn't get that bass vibration in the microphone. And I didn't realize it was in the clip until afterwards. I was editing this video and I watched and listened to it, and I heard the bass vibration there. So I went and did those clips over, and I placed my mic, and I did it, probably about 4 or 5 times in all different areas of the room. Bass vibration in the microphone in every single spot. So in my room, obviously, I don't hear that. So that lets me know, again, that the bass is really room filling a lot better now, because anywhere I placed that mic, I was getting that vibration. And I didn't used to get that before. I'm gonna listen to this here, leave it like this for a couple of weeks, and then go back and redial it just to tune it in a little bit better and see what else that the ARC system can do for it. So some final thoughts, and in closing here, I really enjoyed the fact that I was able to dial in all my channels and the ARC system a lot faster than the Odyssey system does it. For whatever reason, the Odyssey system just takes a little bit longer. It does go through more seats, so that in and of itself is going to take a lot longer process there. Time-wise, I want to say to go through all my spots of the 5 seats in the ARC system maybe was about 15 minutes, and when I did my Odyssey system for only 11 channels, 8 seats, I think that was probably close to a half an hour. So this dialed in a lot better. I like the graph that it shows me, so it showed where I had some nulls and some dips on some sounds. Showed me a good option for room correction, so I was able to select that. Works out really cool. And I gotta say, my system does sound extraordinary in there. I know you probably can't hear and pick it all up on the microphone. That's not what I was doing that for. I was just to show you a little bit of clips here and there. Also, even a little bit on visual. The camera probably doesn't pick it up, but my picture does seem a little bit sharper, a little bit more clear. But I love the scale of the AVM 70. It does so much. Definitely a whole new level of processor. So it's working great. I love it. I'm still going to be playing around with it. Now that it's dialed in here, it did notice some differences a lot more difference in tonality and clarity than my Marantz from my Blu-ray player discs, my Apple TV streaming, and I even used some old Blu-ray demo discs. Did seem to notice a big difference between the two there. Those older sound formats, which 7.1 channel, did sound a lot louder and cleaner and sharper. The only difference is you're only getting the 7 channels instead of, you know, the Atmos or DTSX, however many channels you're capable of having. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like the video, leave a comment down below what you thought of some of your experiences, or if you are very experienced with the ARC system, you know, feel free to give me some tips or whatever you discovered on your system. And thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you on the next video.